and heaven felt quiet? You cried out in desperation, waited for a sign, a whisper, a breakthrough, but all you got was silence. It's in that silence that doubt creeps in. But what if God's silence is not His absence, but His preparation? Waiting seasons are some of the hardest places in life. Not because we're lazy, but because we're willing, we're ready to obey, to move, to grow. But the silence of God can feel like rejection, abandonment, or punishment. But I want to remind you today, silence is not a sign that God is far. Sometimes it's the greatest sign that He's closest. God's silence often comes before His greatest moves. In the Bible, there were 400 years of silence between Malachi and Matthew, but that silence wasn't abandonment. It was divine preparation for the arrival of Jesus. What you call a delay, God calls a setup. What you think is stillness, God sees as groundwork. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Not be busy, not be anxious, but be still. Because it's in the stillness that faith is refined, character is built, and roots grow deeper. It's easy to trust when doors are opening and blessings are flowing. But true faith is tested in the silence, when prayers echo back empty, and your heart begins to question, "God, where are you?" Abraham waited 25 years for Isaac. Joseph sat in prison for years before purpose found him. David was anointed as king, but had to run for his life in caves. The silence you feel right now may be the furnace where God is purifying your purpose. Don't despise it, lean into it. Just because you don't hear Him doesn't mean He's not working. God is often the busiest behind the quietest seasons. While you're waiting, He's aligning people, preparing open doors, reshaping hearts, and orchestrating divine timing. Exodus 14 verse 14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." You don't need to understand the delay. Just trust the director. Your silent season is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a deeper walk. And when God finally speaks, everything changes. So what do you do when God is silent? You keep seeking. You stay planted in His Word. You worship anyway. You serve anyway. You love anyway. Because your faithfulness in the silence reveals your maturity. Isaiah 40 verse 31 says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." Waiting doesn't weaken you. It strengthens your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. God may be silent, but He's not still. And if you're in a waiting season right now, take heart. He's preparing something far greater than what you prayed for. Don't rush the silence. Grow in it. Because what's coming is worth the wait. If this message spoke to your heart, like this video, share it with someone else, and subscribe for more faith-filled encouragement.